Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Pegasus. A friend of mine posted on their list yesterday about astral travel. Wonderful conversation. I was thinking about it during dinner last night and figured I'd do a couple of videos on them. Part of my meditation techniques, I do astral meditation. I also do OBE meditation. So there is a difference between astral travel and out-of-body experience. Charmed was a wonderful little program, but oh man, it really screwed up a lot of people. There is no such thing as astral projection. To project is to send the conscious self or to physically project something to another location. Projection is known as OBE, or out-of-body experience, to project or send your consciousness to a different location on this plane. People have been reported to see the physical appearance of someone else while someone else in another room is doing an OBE. There's a lot of research done on it. You can look it up. Astral travel, on the other hand, is a traveling between the multiple veils and the multiple planes, not just on the earth plane, but on the spiritual plane. As pagan, we see basically three planes. We see the upper, the middle, which is this world, and then we see below. Now, some people would call that hell, but it's not. Right? There's an upper world and a lower world, and we're stuck in the middle. But there are a multitude of different planes. There are a multitude of different timelines. There are veils, very thin, separated sheets of time between them. And they're constantly moving together. You will sometimes see a blit or a shadow or something just off to your right or to your left, in front or behind. That is, in my experience, most of the time a thinning of the veil. Just like in October in Samhain, there's a 10-day span, 5 days prior to Samhain to 5 days after Samhain, where everything is just right and the veil is very thin, and it's very easy to astral travel. To astral travel, you're asking the spirit to leave the body long enough to go visit with spirit guide, to sit down in the astral garden, to vision and to look at and to visit the Akashic records, which some people call it the astral book, or the astral library, if you will. Many of my students, and myself included, have visited, attended, and worked with the astral masters in the astral college, for lack of a better term. Without getting into semantics, take a look at the difference between actual OBE, or out-of-body experience, and astral travel. Stay away from the term astral projection, because then you get into Charmed, and well, like I said, it was a very cute program, but it really gave people a lot of false ideas. That being said, I'm going to do a couple of more videos. I may do a couple today if I have time, but I'm going to do them in sequence, and I'm going to start with astral meditation. Some of the mindsets you'll need, some of the thought processes you'll need in your conscious mind as you slip into meditation of what you want to achieve. Once you get used to it, like myself, I lay down at night, and as my head is hitting the pillow, I have in my mindset already what I'd like to accomplish. Most of the time, when I wake up the next morning, the knowledge is there. Sometimes I do actually remember walking in the garden. Sometimes I do actually remember actual conversations with spirit guide. So to me it is real. Can I prove it scientifically? No. Have they pretty much scientifically proven the theory of OBE? That depends on who you talk to. Yes, they have. There were many countries back in the 50s and 60s, especially America, though they don't advertise it, that were working with and doing science experiments on people that can do OBE, where they would project their consciousness over to another country to be able to physically, or, well, consciously, if you will, see and report back on what other people are doing. Other people called it psychic experience, if you will, or psychic projection. That's the same thing as sending the consciousness to another location on this plane. So, with that in mind, go forth and enjoy your Litha. Today's June 20th. In some people's belief, today is actually Litha. In some people's belief, today's Litha Eve. It depends on your geographical location. Hell, I can't talk today. And your belief system. But in Texas, where I'm at, today's Litha's Eve. Tomorrow is actually Litha. So with that, drink more coffee. Quit smoking tobacco. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time on Coffee with Pegasus.